Welcome back to another episode of Tarot Investigation with your girl Shannel. Today we're going to have a cold case investigation. This case took place in 2007 with a professional wrestler by the name of Chris Benoit or Benoit. But you know, the wrestling game they called him Chris Benoit. Now, this is a requested reading, so we're going to jump into this cold case. Now, if you haven't heard, Chris Benoit committed the S word in 2007 after he took out his wife at that time and his 7-year-old son. And they said that and he did this over a 3-day period. Now, I don't know if he tortured them for 3 days. I don't know if he, on day one, he did what he did to them. And then later on, he committed the S word within over the 3 days. But I don't know how that went. So hopefully we get some clarification today. But they said that he committed the S word by hanging himself. So I just picture with a neck that thick and the muscles that wide, that it took him 3 days to take himself out, because I can just imagine overhanging. If you're gonna do that, I can imagine he can pull himself back up whenever it get too hard. And it took him 3 days to do it. Okay, I don't know. That's just me guessing, because he definitely got the strength to pull himself back up, and that neck is strong enough to take it can take a few things. Okay, from what I'm seeing, if I'm just using my intuition. So we're gonna just girl, it's like he getting meaner and meaner the more I'm talking. But let me get into this reading, girl, so I can get up out of here. So we're gonna see what's the energy around him. So the first thing I want to know is, how did he show up when it came to his wife? Was he a nice guy? Did this come out the blue? Was he always mean? I just kind of want to know, because you have to be mean to do that. But then again, if you ever watched the WWE, you saw that he had one of the most dangerous types of what you call it, when finishing moves, if you will. Like The Rock, all he had was the people's elbow and the people's eyebrow. And it's like, sir, are you even a wrestler? Are you just a pretty boy in the ring? But he would get up on the top rope, and then he would jump from the top rope down up on you, and with his head would hit your head or whatever he's trying to aim at. That, oh my God, it's like, why would you pick that? Just like it's another move that I think is very stupid. Biggie Langston got a move that he would come and run in the ring and then jump out the ring onto using his shoulder to hit somebody, and he always missed. So it's just like, you just sit there and damage your shoulder for what? And then you big and thick, that shoulder can't take that. So, girl, my shoulder just started hurting just thinking about it. I thought that was a silly move. But I used to watch the wrestling back in the day, many, many years ago. It's nothing that I watch now. But, I did have sons that like to watch it, so we would order the pay-per-views and all that, and we'll watch it. But one of my favorite wrestlers, or two of my favorite wrestlers, used to be Triple H and not Chris Benoit, but what's his name, Brock Lesnar. Man, I love to see them wrestle, honey, because they about to tear you up and destroy you. And I used to love that. I mean, because it's fake to a certain extent, but Triple H, the way Triple H did it, it just didn't seem like it was fake. And plus, I like seeing all those muscles. And so Chris Benoit wasn't much different. He wasn't my favorite, but I did enjoy watching him wrestle too, because it just seemed like it was on a whole new level. And they used to say he was one of the best technical wrestlers there were. So yeah, like right now, my shoulder and my head hurt just thinking about the moves that him and Biggie Langston be doing in the ring. It's like it's too much, and I heard that Vince don't be paying y'all that much. So yeah, this man probably was stressed out, and I think he did have some type of brain damage. Because how can you not? But then for you to pick that move that you already have it. So we're gonna just pull some cards and let's just see, how is he showing up. Okay, because first I want to know, how is he showing up to his wife. Okay, when it comes to Nancy, and these cards are big, I just want to pull some cards, but I'm gonna see if anything will pop out. Okay, so Divine Angels, if you could give me the best cards from this deck to describe the energy of Chris Benoit. Now we want to know first, how did he show up to his wife? How was he behind the scenes at home? Okay, that's what I want to know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so I mean, the Carson seems so bad. How did he show up to his son? Oh, the car fell on the floor. Okay, so I'm gonna put the deck here. This came out. This came out. Then we got one on the floor. Let me grab it. Okay. Now, so how he showed up for his wife is he showed up as the father. Okay, the first card came out as the father card. He has a talent for creating and supporting life, positive, guiding light within a tribal unit. So he was the father. You know, that's how he showed up to the wife off top. But then he also, the shadow attributes, which means the side that we wouldn't see in public, that he would show them behind closed doors, is that he was a dictatorial control and abuse of authority. Off top. Abuse of authority. Now, did he lead with that? Probably because of what he did. We're going to assume that he did lead with his shadow attributes because of what he did. But, you know, for the most part, you know, he's a father. And the fathers are sometimes dictator. They try to dictate what's going on in the house. But with the abuse of authority, and the word abuse in there, you know, you get it. Okay, then it's showing up as a storyteller. Was he a liar, or was he just a good storyteller? It says ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. For the shadow attributes, it says making up tales that harms others. So yeah, she's showing up as a liar. Also as an advocate. He inspires you to put compassion into action. Okay, the shadow attribute speaks about embracing negative causes or committing to the cause for personal gains. Okay, so he's an advocate here. So he may have embraced some, you know, when it comes to negative things, you know, it's like he'll take it real bad. He'll take it hard. Versus anybody, well, most people do take negative things hard, but I feel like it affected him a lot. Okay. Next, he also shown up as a networker. Enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. But the shadow attribute speaks about conveys information only for personal gain. Again, it seemed like he was almost like a selfish person because I see a lot of personal gain for him. And then spreads fear and falsehood. So he's showing up kind of like a liar. Now, he was a networker, of course, because he was the big name. You know, everybody knew his name, and especially if you watch wrestling. I don't know if you didn't watch wrestling, if you knew him, but he's showing up as somebody that he spread false information, and he used to make up some tales. Then you probably will think, okay, why is he making up tales? Is it because he had an injury in his brain, or he was just naturally who he was? He's been like that ever since he was a little boy. But again, he is the father, but he ruled kind of with an iron fist. But then with the advocate card here, it's like he was very compassionate. He was very passionate. So that's probably what he'll say. You know, I'm not angry. I'm just passionate. It's like, but why are you screaming with a fist and why them veins popping up in your neck? It's like embracing negative causes. So it's giving me almost like it. Now the card didn't come out and show depression, but it seemed like it didn't take much for him to be down on himself. Okay, and he may need somebody to advocate for him. Okay, or he tried to advocate for somebody else, but it's like, how when you the one taking it bad? But a storyteller maybe told some fibs, some lies. Okay, I don't want to, you know. But for his son, he showed up as a hero for his son. It seemed like his son admired him. At least he wanted to be admired by his son. You know, most fathers do, right? But it seemed like he was a hero. A passion, again, that go that word passion, for a journey of personal empowerment. Okay, but the shadow attribute speaks about escapism and a false sense of heroism. Okay, now I hope he wasn't one of those people. You know how men always talk about, oh, I'm here to protect you, but it's like the only people that most people need protection from is you. Okay, it's like men always tell me they want to be the protector, but it's like, when do you really get bothered on the outside source? It'd be really the people that be in the inside, aka the men in the inside that you need protection from. Allegedly, girl. But it was like a escapism and some type of false sense of heroism. Like, even though he wanted to be seen as a hero to his son, but it was false. Next week, athlete. Okay, of course. I mean, that's the ultimate warrior athlete, baby. Come on now, look at that body. Look at him. When you got muscles on top of in places that we don't even Like, what is that? Like, that would not be there if it wasn't for that muscle. What is that? I know Triple H got used to have one, but it's like dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. The shadow attribute speaks about misuse of athletic abilities for selfish ends. False, again, that go false. That the false don't show up here a lot of times. A false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. So it's almost like he demanded respect, from when it came to his son. He wanted to be seen as strong. He wanted to be seen as a hero to his son. But sometimes with the escapism, it's like even he didn't believe it himself sometimes. And it came across as false, at least in his mind maybe. And probably even to his son. If his son was old enough to tell it, he probably like, yeah, my dad always trying to be strong. But he thought being strong was being controlling. He thought being strong was almost like bullying. And then we got the exism. Okay, it speaks about freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses, but the shadow attributes has fear of facing your own demons. So again, I see a lot of internal work that needs to be dealt with here. Now, for his, like he showed up as the father, he is the father, but maybe with some lies here and there. And then with his son, he wanted to always be seen as strong. So any vulnerability that he showed, he tried to hide that, didn't want to show it. And if he did show it, he felt weak. Okay, that's why it says false sense of invulnerability, which means he didn't really like showing being vulnerable, which means he always was showing strength, which means being hard. But then with the exism, did he see his son as? Because some people when they do snap in their head, they were like, well, God told me that, Satan was coming and I had to get rid of him. It's like, did he see that in his son? But we're going to see what went on. Okay, so we kind of see how he showed up to his family. So let's see what occurred the night. Let's say what occurred within the 3 days of his demise, if you will. Okay, because I don't know the exact date. Can you paint a picture on what happened? First, we want to see why did he decide to do this on that day? Why did he decide to get rid of his family on that particular day? Okay. So it's showing that, okay, he was having maybe a dark day. Look at this. This is a card when it comes to cups. Now, this is a 5 of cups. Cups are feelings, love, emotions. So his emotions were down this day. So he was having a down day. It says maybe even he had lost some money. But all is not lost because you still got 2 cups behind you, Mr. Benoit. But he couldn't see those 2 cups. So he must lost, when you got 5 cups and you lost 3 of those cups and you don't see the other 2 cups, you just feel like you done lost it all. So there was some loss here. And because look at the gray skies, you can see where his head is down, his posture. He wasn't feeling good. He was feeling very down this particular day. And he felt a sense of loss about himself. Okay, and the cup has spilled over. So it's like, do you cry with spilled milk? Or do you go buy another jug and pour some more? At this day, he was crying over the spilled milk. Okay, but then as you see, it's some red. Unless that's red wine, we got some blue, which is emotions, and then we got this red that could mean blood. Okay, so he could have felt bad about what he did, but I see a lot of frustration here with this Ace of Sword, and it was manifesting. This anger was manifesting a lot of frustration, but it was a double-edged sword, which means it could have been a slight victory, even though he may not seen it. Let's say he was supposed to get a $10,000 check and only got $5,000. He was pissed about that. I mean, you still got paid, but it wasn't what you expected. It's a hollow victory here. A double-edged sword, which means it cut. It's cut. So that was the frustration here, and you can see the veins in the hands. He was very frustrated. And then we got this Knight of Pentacles. It speaks of a young man to 25 years old, a visitor with a message to share. So it seems like some type of message came in, some type of offer. There was an offer that was made to him, a premature offer, since he's under the age of 25 or is youthful. It's a premature offer that was made, and it was a message that he had received. So it seemed like somebody had maybe said something to him on the outside world, because this person looking out, that he brought into the home. Or this could have been his son. His son could have said something that pissed him off too, because this is a young male under the age of 25. That can count for a kid as well, or a son. I'm gonna say son because I don't like to use the word kid on my channel like that. Okay, but I don't know if he got frustrated with his son over something. I still, or, but it was some loss, some money loss. Okay, so let's get some details. Let's see if we can get more on what's going on here. Because it seemed like he had pride in being a father, but maybe he was not the ultimate father that he wanted to be. Because I see, a lot of him trying to be strong. But I see very much frustration. It's almost like after he did what he did to his family, he was very sad about it. Okay, but it was a goal. It was like he was trying to get some type of, he was doing the exorcist, if you will. It's like you got a fear of facing your own demons, but you're seeing demons in your family. You're seeing demons and it's almost like he's seeing it in his son. Okay, because even in this networking card, I see some type of either paperwork or letters. It's like maybe a false sense of thinking, something false of a message, being a false message that came to him. I'm almost picking up something like, again, something in his head, some type of message, maybe even hearing voices. But it seemed like it was against his son. So I wondered, did he do his son first and then the wife or something like that? I don't. Oh, I'm out. It's almost like it's a lot of energy towards the son here. That's what I'm saying. But then again, it could have been because I see bloodshed first here, frustrated, and then went ahead and did this to his son because he didn't want to leave his son here by himself. Okay, let's see. I mean, do it matter which one he did first? It was really sad. I don't know if I want to pull on that. We'll see. But let's see. Give me more about this Five of Cups here. There was some loss here. It looked like money, but then also money and cups. So cups, something about his emotions, okay? Or maybe his money, of course, a man being a father, providing for family. So if you lost money, then it's almost like you losing the ability to take care of your family. So that left him frustrated. And honey, working for Vince McMahon, I can understand why. But give me more. Why is this Five of Cups here for Mr. Chris Benoit? Okay. So the cards that came out here, we got natural, authentic, real, and organic. Okay. Something about being natural. It was a natural substance. Something that came naturally to him. Real, organic. Free will. Sovereignty. Independence. Free spirit. Okay, so organic, natural. Okay, was he smoking the herb? Maybe was he smoking the herb or smoking something? I see natural here, authentic. It's almost like giving me, at least he maybe thought it was natural. Some type of substance, okay? But in his mind, it was a natural substance. But maybe that didn't mix well with his chemistry. But then something that he took, free will. It's something that happened, free will. Independent. Sovereignty. Let's see. Give me more about this natural. What is this loss here? It was a natural loss or something that came to him naturally. Oh, and it was free will. So it's like nothing that forced him. That's what I'm saying. Nothing forced him. It was free. He freely did this when it came to this loss. What's up with this Five of Cups here? Okay. The three cards that came out, we got fulfillment. Okay. Again, there go that money bag right there, and then selling away. And then he got his hand out. Girl, did Vince not give this man his whole check? And then I got the swords here. Fingers being pointed. Okay, I don't want to say, because I know his wife got to know better than to point fingers at him talking about why you didn't bring home enough money. I know I know that lady didn't do that when your husband got a neck like that, baby, and his back that wide. Girl, you don't do that. But I'm seeing like he probably came home, and I'm seeing events done sailed away. And you see the ship done sailed away. The man was like, where I supposed to got 2 bags? Where the rest of my money? So maybe came in frustrated at work, and then I see this sword here. Okay, maybe a sharp object. That's the sharp object here. He was already frustrated. So because of loss of money, somebody didn't fulfill their part of the plan or the dream or the job. Baby, you didn't pay everything you're supposed to pay him in advance. He seemed like the type that'll say, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay you $10,000. Then when it's time to pay, oh well yeah, you was late on Thursday, and oh yeah, we remember we gave you those underwear that you didn't have none. That came out your check. Okay, so what? That's a couple of coins. Baby, you don't give me my other bag of money. So you're frustrated, but they don't never take it out on Vince, girl. But Vince had got buffed and had got in the gym himself, and he started wrestling. So he's like, I wish y'all would. Then we got discovery. Yeah, he discovered his check was not right. Okay, and instead of taking down the one person he's supposed to, he done traveling and went home. And then I see again somebody traveling and moving away from him. A discovery here. He discovered something, and then we got this isolation. He was sad, crying. Again, I see sad and crying here. And the cards already say he don't like being vulnerable like that. And maybe when his wife was consoling him, girl, it didn't turn out well. Probably just snapped. But I'm seeing that it started off with money issues, something about his money, and then it just frustrated him very bad. I don't know if I see fingers being pointed, and then, honey, next thing you know, the sword coming out. Give me more about this Ace of Swords. Why is this Ace of Swords here for Chris Benoit? And what occurred? What caused him to act like this towards his family? Okay, the 3 cards that we grabbed up here is girl. Okay, now look at this card. What that telling you? Either he was two-faced, double-minded, seeing double, had a mask on, head started spinning like the Exorcist. Okay, but then in his mind, okay, up here at the top, I see 2 people kissing. So did he start having delusional thoughts, or was the wife cheating? Okay, and then it's like a growing thought. This thought was growing in his head. It speaks about flattery. And then look at the card. Look, girl, I'm scared. I'm concerned. Okay, so it's like a thought that was growing in his head. Girl, double-minded, two-faced, girl, losing your mind. Okay, then again, this is split into his brain. This is almost like this representing a brain. So it could have been a brain issue. Like I said, ostentation, this working hard. Again, I still see work here. It could have been an injury that caused from work. It could have been Vince, honey, allegedly. Working hard and tired. I just see him being very tired up here. These cows up here look wore out. Malnutrition. So I wonder with this natural card, was he taking anything, a substance that could have been labeled as natural? Because at one point they was giving these men, because the steroids and all that stuff, like that became illegal, and they're like, well, we're giving you natural substance, but them natural substance was even worse sometimes. Okay, and then organization. I see again, work hard. Okay, then you got this person swinging something. Okay, being worked hard, overworked. I see tired, very tired and exhausted. That he was seeing double. Next, we got the Knight of Pentacles here. What we need to know about this Knight of Pentacles, this young person, this message, what is the message that was received here? Okay, we got publicity. Okay, some type of public knowledge with the 5. Whenever I see a 5 in a reading, it's like, especially like right here, you're not really seeing things as positive as it could be. You're looking at the glass halfway full. Your vision is off. Now, whether your vision is off, because you actually can't see, or your vision off because you're delusional. You're seeing something that's not there. It's a 5 here as well. So he could have been showing signs of whatever that was occurring with him from at work. They probably sent him home. Like, yeah, we're gonna send you on up. See this person pointing at the star. We're gonna send you on to the house, baby. You acting crazy. Then we got risk here. But look at this right here. Now, what that looked like? You see somebody probably was. I see the little son at home eating a pizza, and it was a risk factor when his daddy walked in. I see the daddy came in. You know, they say you're not you when you're hungry. And this is like a person right here trying to defend themselves, and then here comes this grizzly bear. And if the grizzly that close to you like that, baby, you ain't running. You're not getting away. Okay. And this tree here with the 3 of pentacles here, it's like a little tree. This tree couldn't defend itself at all. It almost like maybe the sun did something that really set him off concerning food. Maybe did he drop something on the floor? What? But we got enthusiasm. Okay. Look how this person looking. This person like he all the way there. I mean, that's about the same. So it is giving me something mental, because of a natural so-called substance that he may have took. And then he wasn't seeing things straight. And I don't know. I wonder, because, at one point it was illegal to do that steroids. I'm starting to pick up now. Did they discover something that was in his system? He tried to say it was natural because he known to lie up here, they say, allegedly. Did they discover something in his system and sent them home? Sent them home with half the bag, half the money, probably even fired them. Because they ain't going to tell us that. Okay, and then he left out the arena looking like this, and went home with that type of anger, honey. Walked in the door like an old grizzly bear. And everybody was at risk at that point because his pentacles were not right. Even if you were chewing food too hard, you pissed him off that day. And then the fact that it's this tree with 3 on it, is that representing the 3 days that they were at risk with him? It's like he came in on go. As soon as he walked in the door, he was on 10. Okay, give me more about, let's see, what is this flattery card here? This 2-headed card here. Okay, the cards that came out here, you guys, are, okay, we got madness. Again, very mad and pissed. Ecstatic ritual, energy release. Like, yeah, blowing off steam and pissed off. This is what we getting clarification on right here. Okay, so right here with the poison ivory, just straight out poison. Rebellion. Yeah, he was mad. Upheaval, upstart, revolution. Okay, very tumultuous. Okay, very vampire energy. Okay, warm blood. But why you didn't take it out on Vince? Okay, then we like love conquers all. Look how he looking. Enduring loyalty, eternal love, lasting commitment. I feel like after he did it, he was so resentful. He probably snapped back into his senses then. And then, he was like, okay. I don't know if he felt like he did it out of love. But the lasting commitment he had here. Love conquers all. So I feel like he kind of, in his mind, he did it out of love. Because he probably, and you know how some people feel like they better off without me. But you were still there. They the one was gone, Chris. But I don't know. Let me see. Those are the cards I got right there. Okay, what do we need to know about this Knight of Pentacles energy, please? What do we need to know about this Knight of Pentacles? Okay, speaks about a nightmare. And we're talking about the sun at this point. It was a nightmare. Psychic protection, a shield, a bad dream. I bet he didn't expect that his father would turn into this grizzly bear on him. It's almost like, and then he said exorcist. Did he see something in his son that he didn't like? The son was only 7. Let's see what's up with this exorcist card. Why is the exorcist card here? We got redemption, absolute forgiveness, and penance. Okay, after he did, it seemed like he felt some type of remorse here, but it was a straight nightmare for the son. Straight nightmare. A grizzly bear coming towards him. And it's like fear of facing your own demons, trying to get the demons out of him, but you ain't even facing your own demons. You seeing demons. Wow. But the bottom of the card here, we got knowledge, ancestors, and the call of the night, and faith. Yeah, it's giving me that he was trying to do some type of exorcist, trying to take things out. But then I think a mental thing probably ran in his family, okay, because knowledge and ancestors. It seemed like it could have possibly been in the family here. I see a lot of religion here. So it's almost like I said, when somebody's not seeing straight and they start hearing voices, and the voices probably say, oh, somebody is a demon or somebody, and then you try to do an exorcist, and I just see him just really being very hostile when it came to the son. You know, lied to the mom, and then very much, it's almost like the son was the target. What do I need to know about Nancy, the wife? What do I need to know about Nancy, the wife, when it comes to Chris Benoit? Okay. It speaks about supernatural. Okay. Miraculous, otherworldly. Okay, so again, something with the supernatural. Ghost, exorcist. Oh my gosh, she witnessed it. Okay, so it seemed like the son was first, and then the mom witnessed it. Okay, to know personal evidence, to speak out. Okay, so it seemed like he was geared towards the son. I just kind of assumed back in the day probably the wife first and then the son, but it seemed like the son was the target. You know, and she seen it. And religion, canon, rules, commitment. And of course, for her to see it, you know, of course she was gonna speak out against him. And I think that, you know, supernatural, witness, and religion. Yeah, I'm picking up that the son was first. Give me more about Nancy. What can you tell me about Nancy with this deck when it comes to Chris Benoit? We got achievements here. Okay, achievements with the 10. We got assertion. Maybe try to stop them. Maybe try to stand in the way of it. Try to fight back with them, with the dragon. And, you know, try to stop them. Enterprise. And I don't think she could. Oh, man. Bless their hearts. Okay, so that's going to be enough for this case right now. Okay, because my heart goes out to this family, you know, the remaining family, the mother, the father, the other family, and you know, and may their souls rest in peace, because it seemed like he didn't have peace when he was here. Not a lot of peace, and it seems like it could have been because of a substance, and it could be because of work. It's a lot of things that's showing up with work here, and he may have started showing signs at work, and they probably even sent him home, and he was a grizzly bear when he went home. Not that he wasn't all the time, but then this day was different, and it seemed like something that maybe small the son could have done to got him to overreact and take it way too far. And it seemed like the mom could have possibly been second or last, because it seemed like she witnessed it and tried to stop it, only for him to pull the sword out on her. Okay, and she was just trying to stop it. And then with the achievements here, it's almost like this could have been going on, but because of his work, she didn't want to ruin it. You know how most women are. They don't want to call the cops or nothing like that for the simple fact that he'll lose his job, he'll lose everything, and that'll be their livelihood. But I seem like at this stage she was being assertive and trying to stop it, and then that's how she ended up leaving as well, trying to protect her son. So y'all, that's gonna be the reading for Chris Benoit. Catch me on the next terror investigation. Talk to you later. Bye.